Ben Hatchett, Let's Be Real TV, sponsored by Terrace Colt. Welcome to Let's Be Real with me, Ben Hatchett. I'm here today with Paul Hilz, also aka known as War Ready.
War Ready, bro.
War Ready.
Soul Snatcher.
The Soul Snatcher.
That's the last nickname we got in the last fight, bro. Yeah.
So listen, first I want to say thank you for letting me come down today and actually do a bit more visuals, seeing you in action, seeing you, doing your coaching. That obviously you're training now. You got a fight March 27th.
March 27th, bro. Yeah, British title fight, man.
British title fight, man.
Yeah,
How are you feeling? How's that?
Yeah, it's a mixture between excitement and nerves, Ben. But it's a long time coming. I've worked with my boxing and that for over 10 years now. I've got a thing that the Buddhas say that you've got to do your 10,000 hours before you're an expert at anything. I've done over my 10,000 hours in fighting now, Ben. And as corny as it sounds, I believe that it's in my destiny to become BKB champion. There's reasons why I retired from pro boxing, there's reasons why I come out of retirement for BKB. And there seems to be a reason that I've knocked all my wins out in the first round, which is quite a, it's not a, I don't know, it's not something I've set out to do, but I say to myself it's not a very spectacular thing, but if I was watching another BKB fighter and they're finishing everybody in the first round, I'd be pretty buzzing for it. So yeah, I'm happy that the journey's took me to the British title now. It's a different calibre of fighter now because it's championship, mate. Anything that's in any fighting organisation, once you start fighting for belts and championships, the level of opponent goes up, I'm buzzing for it, Ben, you know what I mean, mate? I'm buzzing, yeah.
Well, we'll get on to that a bit more, but what I want to know is more about you. Obviously, tell me more about yourself. Where did you grow up? How did it all start, Well,
it's mad journey, mate. I mean, one thing I never ever see myself, see myself on a stage. Like I was fighting, obviously, before lockdown at the O2 Arena, in front of thousands, sort of live on Sky. I couldn't envision that for all the dreams as a kid. I did used to dream of actually being a WWF wrestler.
WWF? I remember WWF.
Yeah, bro, you know.
Who's your favourite WWF?
It was actually Ultimate Warrior, because he was a bit raggo.
Oh. Do you remember Stone Cold?
Yeah, of course I do. That's what I've got to look for, bro.
Give me a hell, yeah.
Yeah, I grew up with that sort of fantasy, like every kid does.
Yeah.
Obviously, my dad used to get me watching, it was Marvin Hagler actually, and Mike Tyson, and them sort of fighters. I was just thinking, when you're a kid, you want to be He-Man, you want to be, the toughest man, whatever.
Hey, so, man, we're going back here.
Well,
I remember that one.
I remember I'm 40, I'm 39, you know what I mean? So there's a bit of difference here. But yeah, I had the same dreams, Ben. I wanted to be famous, I wanted to be the toughest man, sort of thing. Long story short is, I thought I wanted to be tough. My dad took me to a boxing club when I was 8. I got punched in the nose. Got a nosebleed and 2 watery eyes, felt like for about a week, and it scared me so much, Ben, and put the fear of God into me that I actually didn't walk back through the doors of a boxing gym till I was 28.
28?
28, bro.
It's 20 years.
20 years, mate. Violence in that way, like I was running security, so I was a doorman, 18 and a half stone. Yeah, fighting every weekend, to be fair, but it's a different sort of fighting. Boxing, fighting in a ring under disciplined circumstances. It's a test of your soul and your character. When you fight on the street, Ben, it's fuck all, it's easy work, you know what I mean, mate? It is nothing, right? And it's just when you put yourself in a controlled environment and you ask yourself from violence, from no feeling, if that makes any sense. It's a lot to ask of yourself. It's a really big test of your character. So when I walked back through that gym at 28, I wanted to change my life, and
what made you want to change your life? What made you want to walk into a gym at 28?
Do you know what, Ben? It weren't for the right reasons. I'm not going to lie to you. It weren't for the right reasons, bruv. I was bang on steroids, like walking around 18 and a half stone, juiced up at me, like running a security firm. So I was the head doorman at a few clubs and venues, and being that size, Ben, used to solve half the problems in a club anyway. You know what I mean? I was only young.
Was it like what do you mean, like a protection thing?
It was an insecurity on my behalf, but on the side of what people see, they see you the biggest, strongest man in there, they don't want to fuck with you, you know what I mean? It's just when you're young, Ben, it's the mentality you've got. It's a dumb mentality, but it is the mentality, big is better. Being that size, it was an insecurity on my behalf. I was actually very sort of I wouldn't say scared, but insecure is the word. Like, I'd have a tear up if I was pushed into a corner, but I'd choose not to. But being that size, Ben, I didn't get no trouble. Anyone that was playing up in the pubs or clubs, I'd grab them, collar them around, get them in a headlock, choke them out, throw them out the back. There was never that, like, fighting contact, if you get what I'm saying, when you run indoors.
More like wrestles.
It's like a persona, you know what I mean? Like, they look at you, you're the biggest geezer in there, don't play up in my club, no, it's right, brother, you know, I'll be good. Blah blah blah. It's all front, bruv.
Like mindset and
yeah,
that as well.
It's just
like
bollocks, bruv. It's just bollocks. It is all of that thing is yeah, it's just bollocks. But I ended up in hospital from taking steroids. I started taking insulin because I wanted to get bigger. It fucked me up, bruv. I nearly died. And I was pissing blood, shitting blood, throwing up blood. I was bleeding out my tear ducts. It done something to my plasma, and the plasma wasn't holding in my body. From that, they thought I'd had some form of a stroke or a small heart attack. Actually, no one knows about this, bruv. You're the face is an exclusive. They know
this is Let's Be Real. This is
yeah,
what
they know I ended up in hospital through the insulin, but they don't actually know that. Yeah, it was a Saturday morning, and I felt like my heart fucking got. Anyway, long story short, I went in and I was touching just under 19 stone. Yeah, I was 18 stone 8, I think it was actually, and through in hospital, obviously I wasn't allowed to fucking take juice for one, train, this, that and the other. They kept me in there for a long time doing all tests on my stuff, loads of shit. And I had all these magazines, like all the bodybuilding magazines, the juice magazine, and one day the nurse come in and she said, "Oh, are you a bodybuilder?" I was like, "I ain't a bodybuilder." Like, in my head I was just a juice head, you know what I mean, thinking I was strong. And she went, I had to use the child's leg heart thing, blood fucking rate or something, on your bicep. Now, I used to jab my biceps with Synthol, which is basically plastic, Ben. I used to jab my bicep. My arms were 23 inch at their biggest point. Because I had a 34 inch waist, so do you know what I mean? I was 10 inch, my arms were 10 inch smaller than my waist. Yeah, it was Ben. It was pathetic. I can't. And anybody that listens, please don't take that route. So take steroids to improve your physical output in a correct way. I'm not knocking that. Everyone's got their own journey, yeah. But don't take it because you're an insecure twat like I was, right? Anyway, so I jabbed my arms up. She's like, "Yeah, we had to use the leg thing." She went, "I'd class you as a bodybuilder." She walks off, and of course, in hospital, all you can do is think, Ben. There's nothing. I'm in this room, not allowed, no, isolated. Now, all I could do is think. So I'm just thinking, and then the less I weren't in the gym daily, sort of thing, and the less I weren't surrounded by the juice, I started to have like a bit of a clear vision. I just had my first child as well. Obviously my heart's playing up on me. I used to do my fucking boots up, Ben, to do the door, right? Do one of them, I'll come up and go,
sure.
I had to have a break, bruv, to go around and do my other fucking Dr. Martin up. Now that ain't good, geez. I couldn't even make it up the stairs without being out of breath, you know?
Especially being on the doors.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, because you think it's all great because you're the biggest. It's not, it's false, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, I just had my first kid. And I'm in this conscious, like, don't know where I want to go in my life. And I thought, I'm just nearly killed myself due to an insecurity. I thought, no, fuck it, I'm changing. I want to get healthy, do this. I just got my first child, you know, I've got to be around for her sort of thing. I want to get healthy. So I come out of hospital, and I actually come out of hospital when I was 16 stone. So I'd lost over 2.5 stone in shit, water, fake, you know what I mean? Yeah, just bollocks, yeah. Come out and started doing pads, and it got me. I done pads for 2 weeks and I took a fight just because I'm a dick and that's what sort of shit I do. And it was on Colton Leach's. He fought John Denham for the West Ham Millwall thing up in London at the trucks. I forgot all this, Ben. I didn't even tell you none of this. It was unlicensed show. Because I run doors at the time, Colton, whatever, ran the scene. He's like, "Yeah, fight on my show." I was like, "Yeah, I can be a boxer. I know how to have a fight." Not knowing what it took, do you know what I mean? Long story short again, because that's something we'll talk about at another time, but it was a long story. I ended up fighting and I fought someone called Paddy Wright. My opponent was called like Greg Smith, and when I walked in there on Colton's show, you can imagine how like it was sort of thing, this West Ham Millwall thing, it was naughty up there, Ben, yeah? And they literally walked up to me and they went, "Oh, your fighter's changed, Paul." And I was like, "I don't give a fuck," you know what I mean? My trainer's like, "What? Like, what's happened?" And he went, "Yeah, like, Bob's pulled out because he's broke his foot or something, real shit made up excuse. He went, "You're fighting Paddy Wright." Now there's about 3 boxers round me and their fucking jaws just dropping. Of course, me being me, I was like, "Yeah, I don't care. As I turned to them, I see this shocked look in their face. I thought, maybe they're saying too, so I thought, Paddy's a bit of a traveller's name, like maybe anyway, I've gone to the change room. My trainer come in, brother, he was white. He went, "You're not fighting. I went, "What do you mean?" He went, "Paddy Wright," he went, "He's just got out of the Nick Paul." He went, "He lost his pro licence because he nutted someone and they took his licence away from him. He's come out or whatever. Now he went, this is his first fight back, he's gonna go through," sort of thing. So I was like, "I don't care, I'm fighting him." Anyway, Ben, that was my first fight. I got educated very fucking hard and quick of what boxing is, bro. Yeah. Paddy's jab was naughty. He nearly knocked me out within the first sort of 4 punches he threw, and it wasn't even a hard shot. What he done was he jabbed, then he feinted, jab, bang, right hand. But it was a boxer, Ben.
Precise.
It was unbelievable, bro. My fucking head, it felt like it split in about 4 places. But because I was full of juice, about 1.5 stone heavier than him, I was just grunted forward. I actually nearly knocked him out in the second round, but it was an absolute fluke punch, do you know what I mean? It was just I shut my eyes and swung and he walked into it. Only shot at him with all the fucking fight. Anyway, got educated very hard, but knew that I'd give a shit performance of what I was capable of, if that makes any sense, Ben.
So how did that make you feel then after,
I didn't give a fuck because I was buzzing from it so much, Ben. I've never had an ego, guys. That's one thing. Even though I might have been insecure and sort of maybe looked for praise through certain people, I never had an ego, Ben. I didn't have to feel I was great or feel I was better than anyone. I've never been like that, bro. It's not.
But I mean, you say when you was young, when you was 8, you had that. Obviously, when you got punched and it sort of knocked you from boxing. So now you've gone 28, you've gone on to doing a bit of pads, and then you've gone into a fight, and then obviously saying, he's educated you or whatever.
Yeah, what it was
did that not sort of trigger that memory from when you was 8 to sort of dishearten you?
I
get what I mean?
was a man then, bruv. This is what I mean. I decided to take that fight, and that's the journey. Yeah, I was forced to fight when I was younger. I wasn't forced, but I was believed that it's what you do when you're a boy. You go and you become a boxer. And it took me out of my comfort zone. But when I was a man, because I was about that, Ben, on the door, banging at people, fucking thinking I was about that, boxing to me was another fight. But that's what Paddy showed me. Boxing ain't another fight, it's fitness, it's preciseness, it's calculated, it's accurate, it's calm pressure, you know what I mean, Ben? It's all them things that you don't have when you think you're hard. Do you know what I'm saying? All that erraticness and I'm a fucking animal that gets you through, say, out on the street. I hate that term, but out on the street. It means fuck all in the boxing.
Oh, I've been learning. I've been learning the hard way, bro, since I've come out this 6 months. I've been learning.
When I say it's educational, it's because it is. You see what calculated aggression does to what aggression does. It's a different world. It got me, bruv, and even though I lost, I knew I could do better, and I went down, I got the buzz basically. There's loads I could tell you through, but I won't bore you with it. I took my first fight at 14.5 stone, so that's how much weight I dedicated and lost. Not the juice on the head, literally, give that up, fucking straight on it with my running. No, I weren't, that's a lie actually. I made lies about running and skipping for the first 3-4 years of boxing because I was lazy, that's the truth. I got a sore ankle, boss, I can't do this. No, I was lazy. So we done that, and then we took a fight for Alan. So I met Alan. We fought again.
Alan Morlock.
Yeah. We took a fight with him again. I fought someone because I don't know, but I've never asked for an easy. I'm not trying to sound tough at all, because when I look back about it, I probably should have asked for a couple of experienced fights, but I thought this fella called Rob Mad Dog Worcester.
Rob Mad Dog Worcester.
You know, do you?
No, it's just a name, isn't it?
He's now some ex-cage fighter, fucking doing some MMA shit. He still loves it. He still rucks hard. But he tattoos everywhere and all that, and he was a beast, but he was bigger than me. And that was my first fight of Alan, and I won it on points. I outboxed him. I didn't get involved, used my jab. And that just gave me the buzz, bruv. And then from there, obviously, I think it was nearly 20 fights for Alan. Lost one, drew one, won the rest. Went over professional, 6 professional fights. And then I retired at 38. No, sorry, retired at 36.
Well, let's go back when you went professional. So you've done well in the IBA then.
Yeah.
You've done really well under Alan.
I won London Pride title, the British title, and the European title with Alan. The European title was against a fighter from, I think he was Tenerife, over 10 rounds. So he's unlicensed, but sometimes people take a bit away from it. So he's only unlicensed. We're still fighting 10-ounce gloves over like 10 rounds. That's professional. 2-minute rounds, not 3-minute rounds, so it's not the same as professional. But doing 10 2-minute rounds, it's a proper fight then, do you know what I mean? I had a lot of like sort of experience with Alan. From that, I was training with Kevin Lilly, who was doing my pads. And he was training with Tony Sims at the Matchroom gym, with Joshua, Ricky Burns, John Ryder, Martin Wald, you know, all the boys.
Top level,
Ted Cheeseman, Andy Agogo was there when I was there. Top level boys. And Kev was doing my pads, and he was training me, and he was like, "You're really dedicated, Paul." And he kept saying to me like, "Have you ever thought about pro?" And I was thinking, I ain't good enough for pro. Like,
was you skipping it this time now?
Yeah, I was, bro.
Was you putting in the work now?
I'll tell you what happened then. I kept not having enough gas in my fights. I wasn't losing my fights or not doing well, but I just wasn't as explosive as every next man around me, sort of thing. And the only difference was they were skipping and they was pro running. So all of a sudden my ankle got better overnight, you know what I mean? Started skipping, started running. And funny enough, started having more fitness in the fights. And instead of being able to throw like a barrier, like a barrier shots for 20 seconds, I was throwing shots for 20 seconds, stepping off, then going for 20 seconds again. And overall, I was breaking opponents down with this. So I see how important fitness is. And when you get buzzed and you're unfit, you get banged out. When you get buzzed and you're fit, you recover. You know, oxygen in your body through fitness goes to your brain, which means it puts you back in a room, you know what I mean, where you can get back to your senses, you know. Fitness is everything.
So you did know, so basically when you did start putting in the ground,
yeah, that was it,
skipping,
yeah. Everything.
The improvement, you just
100%, mate. It's more thinking when you're in the moment of impact. Then in there fighting, when you're gassed, bruv, and you get that white flash, you can't see nothing, sort of thing. Oxygen's what sees you back round. If you're unfit, you've not got enough oxygen in your body. So when you're fit and you can think again, you can react, which means you're not getting hit again, and then you might hit them, which means you're successive. Now when you see that when you're fighting, Ben, it's an addiction. You want to be more successive, you want to be better, you want to have more gas, you want to hit him more, you want to move out of the way more, which means you've got to be fitter. There's no two ways about it. You've got to ask anybody that I coach, the first thing to do is get fit. They don't come here and I'll show them this technique that's going to knock people out. I say, what do you do road work? What do you do fit? I don't do nothing. Right, well, what we got circuits in? No, I've come to do boxing. This is boxing, bro. If you ain't fit, you ain't throwing punches. That's the start of my thing, man. Fitness is everything, you know what I mean? So I was working with Kev, Kev started taking me to Matchroom gym sparring, because I was the tough sort of old dog. Tony was there, and I was sparring John Ryder, which is a high-level southpaw, and Anthony Gogo.
You sparred Anthony Gogo?
Yeah, he used me for 2 of his fight camps, mate. Just me and him. Mate. Rob McCracken was his trainer at the time. I used to go. Yeah, it was proper, brother. It's big time to get on for me at that level, Ben. You know. Anyway, we was going there working. I was training with these pros. I sort of lost the love for the IBA because I had this then dream that I was going to sort of somehow become professional. Kevin said to me, like, I think you can go pro, I think you're good enough, you know, which gave me sort of confidence in it. At the time, because I had no amateur, Ben, you had to go and sit the board, yeah? You have to go and sit the board for an interview, and then they come down, they did at the time, they come down to where you train and they watch you and like judge you, do you get what I mean? They can see if you're good enough to go pro. We went up for our first interview, and I actually got turned down, bruv. I got turned down because, yeah, I mean, it ain't even now because I've said about BKB, but I've got a bent spine, Ben, and there's a few other factors as well where theoretically I weren't healthy enough to become professional. Their medicals, I wasn't deemed physically fit to fight.
So that's why they turned you down.
Yeah, they knocked me down because
down to physically.
Yeah, on paper, I'm not safe. Like it's not safe for me to fight. So I had to go to my specialist that I've had in London through the NHS since a child, and I had to sit he's like the top quack there. He's at Bolsover Street, London, and I had to sit with him and explain that I wanted to go professional, and he had to put a character reference and proof that what the bulb knocked me back for in his eyes as a professional, like a medical professional, that he's confident and he will sign that I am of a state, even though word for word I'm not, Ben. On paper I'm not. He knows.
What is it on paper with the spine?
I've got scoliosis, Ben. I've got a curved spine. I've got Sherman's disease. I've got 2 crushed vertebrae. My left hip's out. It goes on, bruv.
How did this happen? Is this due to anything, or is it just one of them things?
Listen, I don't like talking about it, because you know what I don't like talking about, Ben? It sounds like I'm making an excuse, even though I've got nothing to make an excuse for. I don't want to be that guy that's got this problem that's doing this. I'm that guy that's doing this. Simple, yeah, not because of this, because of that. I'm doing it. Do you get what I'm saying, bro? So I don't really want to go too deep into it, Ben, to be honest with you, brother. You've got more out of me than people have in 10 years, so that's me being cutthroat honest with you. But yeah, the ball knocked me back for that. I got this thing from, like this, he's a top, like what I mean is his name says it all. He's got like fucking 4 or 5 letters after his name, do you know what I mean? I went up to the ball.
Certificates all on the wall.
This is Dr. So-and-so, and this is his email. Started laying off, and they was like, what? This is from Bolsover Street. Bolsover Street is a spinal specialist. Like, it's known from medical, you know what I mean, Ben? It's known in the board knew it well, sort of thing. They checked him out, and they was like, bang, here's your licence. No, actually, they went, we'll come down for your test, because at the time they come down for my test in the gym, and fucking Chris Agadua, do you know him? He's an ex-pro. He's fought a few people. They brought him down for me to spar, bro. Yeah, that's how, back then, Ben, how different it was. You don't get that now, bro. They pretty much given out licence pretty much just as and when now, you know what I mean? It's a good financial thing for the board to get that. I'll give you the licence that easy. But back then, bruv, you had to be tested. So I've got Chris Agadua come down to spar me. I know he's an active pro that's like...
I know Chris Agadua, I know you were talking about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah. So
they brought him down.
That's what I thought, like, you must know him, yeah. He was the one that gave us, but obviously he worked with Kev, because Kev was working with people that Billy and that worked with as well. But anyway, they brought him down. I've looked around as a guest in the suit of clipboards and that one to mark me off, Ben. It was the maddest thing ever. I had to spar him, do 8 rounds of pads and do 6 rounds of circuit. And yeah, they made the decision, brother, and I got my licence. And yeah, and then that was it.
How did you feel?
Yeah, buzzing, bruv. Yeah. I had one dream of having one professional fight and basically retiring. But actually didn't happen with me. Kevin lost his gym. We went over to Matchroom Gym, so I was now full-time training at Matchroom as a pro, yeah? Tony used to get me in sparring fucking everybody, because I didn't used to say no, and I used to love it. Looking across at people I've watched on telly, Ben, and now I can punch him in the face. Even walking in and like...
I love that. I used to watch you in the punch shop.
Yeah, man, I was living dreams, do you know what I mean? And like, so I walked in and like, you got Joshua and that, like spudding you and that, and like you get what I mean, Darren Barker, I'll see him when he's world title. I've walked in the gym and him and Joshua were just sitting there, like, just chilling. It was mad, Ben. And when you're into boxing, it was a big thing. It's a big achievement and great. And I've got to thank Tony Sims and Kevin Lilly for, you know, giving a 36-year-old them opportunity. I think I was professional till I was 34. Do you get what I mean? So for them to give me that chance, Ben, do you know what I mean? It's a great thing to have in mind.
The odds were against you then, wasn't it?
It's unbelievable, bruv. Yeah. And then anyway, with my pro as well, again, we don't like no easy fights. So we had... My goal was to have one 4-round fight as a professional. We got that over and done with, and then I had this mad thing that I wanted a 6-round fight.
See the first pro, yes, what happened with your first pro fight?
I won on points, bro. Yeah.
1 on points?
Yeah, it was against Curtis Godano, which is you must see him. Now he's got stable fighters out of Manchester, so he's active. He's fought everyone as well.
So what was that like, though? Like you're saying, this is you like you say.
It's just clean, professional, clean and paced, bruv. It's good. To be fair, Ben, it worked my world, but I worked really well on my jab, and that's what won me the fight. That's what won most of my fights in the pro. It was just the jab. It wasn't enough for me. There wasn't enough urgency, and what happened was every time I got aggressive in professional boxing, they just stepped off and out jabbed me, and then it went to points and they won, bruv. And like, even there's a couple of times when I won't actually say the names of the ref because it sounds like I'm bitching them, and I'm not. Do you get what I mean, Ben? I'm not like it's not that particular. It was my style of fight that wasn't winning the fights, and I was winning by like losing by 1 point or whatever. And my corner was like, fucking Paul's more aggressive, and all that. So it doesn't matter. It's professional boxing. The other boxer scored another point. He's won. Do you get what I mean, Ben? I couldn't get my head around it, bruv. So then I wanted this mad idea that I was just going to fight for a title. I said to Kev, just because I was in the situation, Matchroom and them sort of top level promoters, they're always looking for journeyman Ben just to go in there against the new up and coming amateur champions or whatever, throw a couple of grand in the bank for my kids and that, the job done, do you get what I mean? So we went on that journey. Anyway, it didn't go like that because Kevin's then like, I think I can get you to win one of these challenge titles, I think you're good enough. So I was like, well, I can win a professional belt. Yeah, I know. So he was like, yeah, I was like, all right, let's do it. 8 rounds then, yeah? So it was an 8-round fight.
You got the fight then?
Yeah,
you got
Scott Douglas, super middleweight. You know Scott Douglas as well, and it was against super middleweight. And to be fair, like Douglas is a very hard man, like boxing.
What was your record like leading up to this? Like before the Scott Douglas fight, what was your record then?
Just 1-0. Yeah, it was my second fight. Second fight professional. Do you know what I mean? So I took the title fight, my second fight. That's what I'm saying, Ben. We weren't in it to fucking. Well, I wasn't in it to feel good, brother. I wanted results. You know what I mean? Yeah. So obviously everyone told me, "Oh, Scott's too experienced." I didn't realise how experienced Scott was, to be fair. And again, I had all the aggression in the world, Ben, but he just outstepped me. Like what it was when I was standing there for the fight, I hit him with one right hand, and he said to me, like, he went, "I've got a granite chin." He went, "And you fucking nearly put me out." He went, "I was not letting you hit me with that." He went, "I ain't even a boxer." He went, "But I boxed you," and it paid dividends. Scott's quite a grunty boxer, so if he gets pulled in his
I've seen
he fights it out, Ben. But what happens with it, that's my only chance I've got. So why is he going to do that? Give me my only chance to beat him when he can literally just use a bit of footwork and make me look. No, he didn't make me look silly. Actually, he didn't. It was a really competitive fight, but he won anyway. So I lost that, and then
Where's your mind after that then?
Yeah, I was just thinking, fuck, I want another fight. So I just didn't care.
So there was no disheartening.
No, man. I still believed I could win a belt, Ben. So we just went for it, bruv. I took a fight with Liam Conroy, which is another journeyman that's been around the block. Again, it was matched up that we didn't. I got 12 stone actually, which was championship super middle, but we didn't need to make championship. But I made it anyway because I wanted to challenge for another title in my head, in my fucked up head. Yeah, bruv. So we fought him, and I fucking stopped him. Yeah, I know. I was more surprised than you. I see how surprised me. And he's a tough boy. But what happened was we stuck with my jab, and then I went back after the second round, and my call was like, "Throw your right hand now. The jab's not missing. Throw your right hand." I started throwing right hand. I couldn't miss with my right hand. And then when he was rushing onto me, I was boxing well, Ben. I was stepping back and like I really done well. And then he went back to the corner like this, and he's calling to her when he's done his hand. I've got another story to tell you about this. He's done his hand and all that, and I was like, "What?" No, we're not letting him out. Like we don't want him to carry on. Oh, and then I think that's a fucking knockout. Like, so I'm like, right, yeah. So I jumped up. Yeah, I was buzzing, bruv, buzzing hard. And Liam come up to me and he went, "Fucking hell, Paul." He went, "I watched your fights, I watched some of your stuff." He went, "I didn't expect that." And I was really happy. Do you know what I mean? Like, basically, I didn't really expect you to jab. I didn't expect you to. I thought you were just going to try and come on to me or whatever. So I was buzzing, Ben. It really lit me up then. So then I've gone back to Kevin and he's like, "Right, give up." You know what I mean? Like give up, you've had a lovely win. I went, "No, I want to win that title."
Well, yeah, so he said to you, like, "That's it now."
Yeah, because it was such a good thing, Ben. Like, at 36, I was 36. Yeah, just turning 36. And he was like, you've had a cracking win, you've had a stoppage, Paul. Do you know what I mean? Like you've won, lost, now you've won. Finish on a high. Do you know what I mean, Ben? Finish on a high. But I weren't content with that, was I? I wanted this title. And I went up fighting Van Pooch. Do you know him? That's Van Pooch, his name is. Lewis Van Pooch. He's fought everyone, brother. Again, he's had like 130 fights. And they got it for a super middleweight challenge title belt, international challenge belt. And he's a journeyman, and he's a very good journeyman. He's an ex-army boy, so he's tough as anything. But they give him this opportunity, and he was like, "How have I got a box?" Do you know what I mean? Like, as in, like, you know how the program is, Ben, yeah? And they were like, "Nah, you box to win." Do you know what I mean? Paul's a tough boy, he boxed to win. And he did, bruv. And we had a fucking cracker of an 8-round fight. And he dropped me in the last round, believe it or not. Yeah. Dropped me straight onto all fours, bruv. I looked up and I was looking at the corner post. I thought, "You cunt." I'm laughing. Sort of language. I looked around at him. And I think he was more surprised than me. But then I just went on to him, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, and I won it. And I won the international title, bruv. So that was like, and then Kev's like, "Right, now give up." Do you know what I mean? You've done it. We've got you a professional title. you know, we're done, you know what I mean? Like, please, Paul, like give up.
What was that feeling though?
It was
Everything you've been through, come on, bro. Like dreaming that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Like, to
having
go
that
into a
title.
professional, yeah, it was unbelievable. And the thing is, Ben, I won 3-4 titles with Alan. It was the thing of that professional in
That's
front
what I'm
of it,
saying.
like,
There's a difference between the IBA title
man.
and
They said I couldn't
title.
turn pro. Everyone when I'm boxing, you should give it up. You're too old. You're too this. You're too that. Like, it's a young man's sport. You know what I mean? This, that, and the other. And I've done it, Ben. Do you know what I mean? No matter what, like
You proved them all wrong.
Yeah, and like my kids can look up at their old man and like they say, yeah, my dad was once a professional champion. Do you know, that's why I got that tattoo, bruv. That there, that says champion. Obviously, that's the date that I won my professional title. Because at the time, Ben, my professional boxing was my lifeline. It was my oxygen. That was my therapy. Now, what my BKB is for my therapy to make me settled in life and correct. That's what my boxing was, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
So after the title, then what happened next? What happened after the title?
Yeah,
did you finally listen to Kevin?
No, I got too excited, didn't I? I thought like I was some superstar boxer. And I said I want a real test now. And I spoke to Matchroom and I said like I really want to test, yeah, I want to earn some money. I want one fucking big fight against your best of your best. I want a good few grand sort of thing. And I'll nut it off. So they come back with... yeah, it was powerful. I got a phone call saying, would you fight to middleweight? Now, middleweight was 11 stone 4, I believe. Yeah, 11 stone. It was Tom Stokes, that was it. There's 2 amateur boys out of Birmingham. You might even know them, bro. 70 amateur fights, both of them ain't lost none. And he'd had 8 professional fights, 8 wins.
So this is a
and he's 22. He's the real thing. Do you know what I mean, bro?
And now you're this what? You're 30.
I'm 36.
You're 36. He's 22. He's 8 wins, 8 0.
Yeah. And I said.
What was Kev saying to you at this point?
No, he didn't. To be fair, bro, he pretty much turned off from training me. Like,
he didn't want you doing it.
Yeah, he didn't. I took that fight myself, bro. Yeah, my manager, Cole Greaves, and I'll give him big up Cole Greaves for the opportunity he gave me. I spoke to him personally. I said, listen, I'm a 36-year-old man. I'm an area-ass man. I know my own decisions. They do think it's dangerous for me. I don't care, Cole. I want the smoke. I want the big show. I want that big show. It's my last fight. If I take him out, you know what I mean? I'll take him out of that Matchroom show. Like, I took out, one of these up-and-coming things. I said, if I retire that, I've retired at the top of what I could achieve. Won another title at middleweight, like, I'm about it. And he just said, yeah, you are, like, I'm going to give you a chance. He said, you might get knocked out in the first ring, but I trust you, and I trust you know what decision you're making. So I'm going to back you. And Cole, for a promoter and a manager to do that, professional, is a big thing to ask of them, Ben, you know. And I really respect him for it, you know. And he did give me the chance. And yeah, so we went up to this Birmingham show. Tom Stokes, 70 amateur fights, ain't lost none.
In Birmingham as well.
Birmingham, yeah.
So this is his back garden.
Yeah, bruv, you know, that was all part of the match. Was like, we can't get no one to fight him because he's undefeated and he's amateur champion and it's got to be a home show. And it was at the weigh-in was at the NEC Arena. Like, it was big, bruv, you know what I mean? It's big, yeah. So I literally thought in my head, right, I'll take him out, I'm the man, innit? Do you know what I mean? If I lose, I'm an old man losing to a young, up-and-coming prospect. It ain't the end of the world. I ain't got an ego, Ben, like I say to you. So, anyway, we took the fight. I had all the interviews and all that on Sky. It was brilliant, Ben. I lived it. I walked up, my first experience of the Matchroom thing. I walked in, Eddie Earns there, I couldn't take it in, bruv. I couldn't even take a breath, you know? I was like, trying to act cool, calculator, do you know what I mean? Like, I had all my war-ready stuff on, right? I think I was a right G. And that little Azarif, the world champion, he's a little Pakistani fella, fit as anything, but he's small, bruv. Do you know what I mean? He's small. He's got the IBF world crown. He was fighting on the show at the NEC, and he's come up to me with a strap because I'm with Tony, obviously, and Kev and all the Matchroom sort of crew. He's come up and he's spudded all them, and then like, cool. In my head, I'm living the dream. I ain't no one. I mean, I'm just no one. You know what I mean? But because I'm with them, he's showing me mad love, bruv. Like, he give me a spud. And then because he knew I was fighting, I was in my fight, he give me like a hug. And I'm thinking, this is like a world title holder here, like bigging me up. You know what I mean? So, oh, mate, I was buzzing. I was really buzzing, Ben, yeah? And I've walked through, and of course, they've given me the interview on the cameras. I've never had any of that, bruv. Obviously, never. I've only fought sports all, do you know what I mean? So it was buzzing, you know what I mean? They said, like, you're taking a massive thing on Stokes, and I said, like, look, that don't matter what's what, like I'm coming to upset him, I'm coming to fuck him up. I ain't coming here to make numbers, or I ain't some paid journeyman. Like, I genuinely believe that, like, in my heart, I'm winning this fight, you know what I mean? And they loved it, you know what I mean? It was a real good buzz. Anyway, long story short, like I said to you upstairs, I got down to 11 stone. First punch of the fight, everything went white, and I didn't recover from it, Ben. My body was too dehydrated, I'd cut too much weight, cut too much. It was the only fight I've ever had a six-pack in, so I mean, I got banged out in 2 rounds, says it all, you know what I mean? It was too much. It was like he had 6 hands, he was moving like a third of a quicker than what I could react to, which then means that he's countering a third of a quicker to what I'm... Do you get what I'm saying? It was like he had 6 hands, bruv. Yeah, and I gritted down. It's on the internet, the fight is, I'm up against the ropes and he licks me with 2 shots. And it's actually at this point that my hands drop and I must have been knocked out on my feet. That's all I can think about. And then he hits me again and I'll come back round and hit him twice, but the referee's already stopped it. And the referee he goes, no, I've stopped it. And I didn't, that 1 second block, I was not conscious of. So to me, we was just trading on the ropes. And I looked round to my corner and none of them was moving. They was like that. So I knew that something had happened, Ben, like that they would have been going, no, that was too early or whatever. And I looked at the ref, he went, I've just got your best interests at heart. And I thought, no, you obviously have, do you know what I mean? I looked at Kev and he was not reacting, so I thought he was obviously justified. But yeah, that's how it happened, Ben. I got stopped second round and I wasn't even conscious of the stoppage. Do you get what I'm saying? What happened was we were trading and he pinged me and put me out on my feet, literally. But either I was not out totally or the next shot brung me round again because I threw 2 shots. And you can clearly see, it's not like I'm making up, it's on the video. I throw 2, but the referee, like, he looks at me all like a bit more aggressive. He's like, no, the fight's over. So I switched off, Ben, do you get what I mean? So I'm thankful the referee did stop it. I've got 4 children to think of, do you know what I mean? At the time I was 36, probably a bit punchy, like we all are. And I was happy that I was safe, you know what I mean? I was going home to my kids, gutted I lost. It broke my heart, Ben, to be honest with you, bro. I took it hard. I'll probably hit a couple of years of depression.
Why do you think it did though? Why do you think it did, brother? Why?
Because I was trying to tell myself that it was time now to not do nothing for myself.
What do you mean?
Do things for my family, do things for work. Do things that you should be doing at 36. You know, my boxing, my dream, Ben, is selfish. You know, for a fighting journey for any man, especially if you've got a family, it's a selfish and lonely journey. You know, my loved ones, my missus, my children, they all suffer for my dream. It's not a joke, you know what I mean? I want to give them something and someone to be proud of and a legacy left that they can always leave even when I'm dead. But the fact of the matter is, you know, they deny the things, Ben, and, you know, fighting's a selfish sport and everyone suffers around you, bruv, you know what I mean? And that was, I was trying to tell myself that I was conscious of making that decision, but I was in denial, Ben, and I hit depression, you know, for a good sort of 1.5 years.
So after the fight?
Yeah, when I retired, bro. I retired on that night. I went in, I got a live up, so that's me done. I've got 4 children, I just got licked by a young man, he fucked me up. I said, I don't want to, my trainer said, listen, I'll get you fights, Paul, of your own age, you're going to cream them. You're going to absolutely be the man. If I get people your age, there is no one that's going to touch you. They're nowhere as fit as you, nowhere as ready as you. You know what I mean? I said, I don't want to fight people my age. I want to fight the up and comers. I want to fight the undefeated. You know what I mean? In professional boxing, man, it's different. It's a different, you know, you're going to get hurt.
I keep hearing, there's one thing all the fighters I talk to, because obviously with my story, I want to go, I've got that same attitude. I just want to fight the best, regardless what happens. And everyone keeps telling me there's levels in the game, Ben. There's levels.
Listen to this. I sparred Danny Brown once, right? And in his corner was Jason Rowland, right? Great trainer, great professional, trained the best of them, world champions, yeah? He come up to me at the fight farm where we done our work, yeah? He come up to me and he went, what'd you do then? And I was a fucking champion for Alan. Like, I thought I was the bollocks. So I mean, yeah, I fight 10 round fights. I said all this and he went, yeah, but it's unlicensed, yeah? I looked at him. I went, yeah, it's unlicensed. He went, yeah, it's all about levels. And he walked away and I thought, you saucy fucker. Like, he proper bed, he made me feel like a prick, you know what I mean, bruv? Like, and I'm a man, I'm 37 years old, people don't talk down to me as such. I'm not saying I'm a big iron, but I mean in that fighting way, you know what I mean, right? And long story short, I had war with Danny over 8 rounds, 10 rounds I think we'd done that day. And Jason came to me, he went, fucking hell mate, he went, that was proper. He went, are you available for more sparring with Danny? And I went, yeah, I said, listen, I said, like, that thing you said, like, he went, no, don't get me wrong. He went, you'll learn, mate. He went, the fighting game's all about levels. And he just walked off. And I still feel like he mugged me, Ben.
He's done it again, so
But he didn't, bruv, because when I went professional, and where at BKB, and I found out what it takes. Bruv, it's all about levels. That day, Jason Rowland, all he was telling me was a cold-hearted fact. You know, I was too much of a bitch to take it. And that's ego.
That's the ego.
I was still at the RBA. I was the man. I was the man, bruv. I didn't even some trainer telling me, like, yeah, it's all about levels. The fuck are you? You know what I mean? It was all about levels, bruv.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Jason, you taught me early. Like, and now to every single one of my people, I cut everyone, Ben. They goes, yeah, Paul, listen. I say, listen, I hate to say this, because the way it got told to me, it was, I felt it was belittling, but I said it weren't belittling. It's all about levels.
You can say it to me now. You can say it to me, getting in with me.
I know that it matters. Yeah. And know that it's important. I know it's the truest fact, Ben. Do you know what I mean? It really is a cold-hearted fact of fighting. It is all about levels, you know? You can be so good at where you're so fucking the brilliant. No one can touch you. Move the level up. You ain't that good no more. You get what I mean, Ben?
Yeah.
Like, it is all about levels. Yeah, so that was... yeah, that's the pro thing, bruv, you know what I mean? Like,
so let's get back. So when you're saying after the Stokes fight,
yeah,
you went into depression.
Yeah, bruv, yeah. Like,
let's talk about that.
Because I fell out of my lifestyle, but my lifestyle was training every day. I go into my kids, yeah, daddy's going to the track, daddy's doing this, daddy's doing that, you got to stay healthy, you got to eat healthy. All of a sudden, I ain't got to do fuck all. Do you know what I mean? I'm sitting around, I ain't got to even keep my weight. But I started training more, Ben. I was training more regular.
Well, even as in depression, you're training more.
Retired, bruv. Yeah, I was training more. I was trying to keep the weight off me. There's no trying actually. I was keeping the weight off me because I was still dieting. But it was for nothing. Then I started training others, Ben, thinking it was going to feed some form of fire in my belly, and it did. But then there was people that was broke when I got onto box, and I didn't like them, and I despised them for that, and that's not nice. They don't deserve that.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Some people are cut out for this life, Ben. You know yourself, in other roads as well in life. Some people are out about it, some people ain't. You can train and you can live a life of a boxer as much as any great boxers, but the second you start sparring and fighting, you really know how much you want it, yeah? The people that found out they didn't want it, Ben, and it's not a criticism, it's the way that their DNA is in them, inside them. It's not a criticism, it's them as a person. When they couldn't perform and when they was folding in sparring, turning away, getting upset because they got a bit licked up, I trained a girl, I trained her through everything, and she was an animal, yeah? First time I took her sparring, she cried, like she got busted, yeah? And it wasn't shame about it, Ben, because she was about it. But she couldn't deal with the emotion that it asked for about that confrontation. When you know, like, it's okay, I'm going to get hurt, but I'm going to accept that and hurt someone. It's a fair old thing to ask of yourself, Ben. Some people just don't wire up for it, bruv, you know? Now, when them people was coming through my training, I was despising them because of it. I was disliking them. I was criticising them. How can you be like that? How the fuck can you be? How can you let someone make you feel? How can the fuck can you be weak like that? What have you got? I was taking my depression out on them, bruv, yeah? I'm breaking them through me not being able to work, if you get what I'm saying, not fight. So it's no good, bruv, you know what I mean? I dealt with this, I started training people and taking love for it, if you get what I mean, Ben, being their PT, which makes me cringe saying that, but I was trying to ignore fighting, do you know what I mean? I was trying to be happy at personal training people, I wasn't happy, bruv, you know what I mean, right? So the fighters that I was training, I was giving everything in, my love, you know, I was giving them everything, and they was getting results, which means it was even better for me, you know. We had a rumour that BKB was paying $6,000 a fight. So the only way that I knew that, without ruining my whole sort of family life, so I'm getting back to fighting, was madly work it out. I'll take 4 fights, yeah. Bare knuckle scared the life out of me at the time, Ben. Like, I used to watch the fights down the sights, and you know the strainers at people had to sort problems out. And when you hear that bone on bone, bruv, like, it used to turn me to get on. I used to think, how can they stand there now? And they're gonna get licked and cut and just carry on with those. It's just not a bit of me, you know. But anyway, I had this mad thing that maybe like I could fight, and if I get $6,000 a fight, what I'll do is if I sign a 4-fight contract, I get like 24 bags. I was doing bits at the time, Ben, which I weren't particularly too happy. Life was a bit fucked, if you know what I mean. I didn't know where I was at, to be honest with you, bruv. So I'm thinking 24 bags in one hit, you know what I mean? Bang, I'm fighting, I'm loving it. I can go back, give that to the kids back. I've got 4 kids, it's $6,000 each. I'm getting these mad fucking things. So I sat my missus down, I was like, right, this is BKB. She's like, what? Bare knuckle? Like, I'm like, yeah, they pay $6,000 a fight. She's like, what? obviously 4 kids, Ben, leading a normal straight up is hard. Money's hard, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Life's hard, you know. So 24 grand ain't to be laughed at, bruv. You know what I mean? So we spoke about it, and she's like, if you want to do it, like I'll support it. Do you know what I mean? Like not the money, but she's supporting me. Do you know what I mean? She said it's irrelevant about the money if it's for 500 grand or 50p. It's if it's me. Do you know what I mean? So I said to her, I think I want to do it anyway. I phoned BKB, and they was like, no, I didn't phone him. I sent a message on Instagram. It was that blasé. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't nothing sort of technical. I just messaged him saying, I got told you pay 6 grand a fight. Fucking check me out or whatever. I'll fight anyone you got, any champion you got. I want 4 fights. I'll fight anyone. Literally, left it at that. Jim texted me back saying, listen, we don't pay 6 grand a fight, but that's just total bollocks. And then I straight away message saying, listen, forget about it, it's misinformation, like I'm sorry for the text sort of thing. I didn't want to be the geezer that's going, yeah, I'll fight, whatever. But I genuinely, it was a financial thing for me. Didn't hear nothing back. A week later I got a message saying, it's BKB, we've looked at your profile and we see you're ex-professional, can you drop us a call? Curiosity got better of me, Ben. So I found out, I was like, we've got a show in 4 weeks. We've got this geezer, we can't get like fucking blah blah blah. I said how much you're going to pay me, and they offered me more money than what I got for any of my professional fights.
Yeah,
yeah, bro. Yeah, it's 3 2-minute rounds.
Like you're going to say the number, you're keeping that?
Nah, it's not a lot of money, Ben. So to be fair, brother, it ain't. It's not. If it was a lot of money, mate, I'd say it because it would give people like a reason for belief. But boxing's shit, bro. Yeah, it's like unless you're listen, if you're an amateur champion, yeah, and you work your way up, you get sponsorships. As soon as you nail sponsorships, you're laughing, all right? You're getting paid for what you do. Other than that, Ben, professional fighters, mate, they struggle to make it work. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the cold-hearted truth, do you know what I mean? But they offer me more money than what I've done pro boxing. So, risk to reward, I thought I used to have to fight 8 3-minute rounds with a so-called superstar, or I can fight now 6 minutes. All right, it's no gloves, yeah? The geezer I was fighting wasn't a superstar, he's a tough man, he had about 8 bare knuckles, he's a tough man. But he wasn't no superstar, bruv, you know what I mean? I knew I had what I had to beat him. And I get paid more money. Spoke to my missus, she's like, fuck it, do you know what I mean? Like, let's do it, sort of thing. Well, because we done it as we literally, my BKB journey is a partnership, me and my missus, because I took so much away from my boxing journey, from the family, like, I had to do it with her, if that makes any sense, bro, because I felt like I didn't want to, like, deny Daddy not being there again, Ben, because it's ruthless, bro. I know you ain't got a family, so it's a bit of a area what you will understand. You probably do understand it because you're quite mature, Ben, but when you got kids, bruv, you'll understand it even more, do you know what I mean? So anyway, we agreed to it, bruv, and I took the fight, and I knocked him out in the first round, which I didn't plan for. I mean, the first shot I threw, I go in, I jab him to the belly, and it lands sweet. I thought, oh, that was fucking alright. And then he sort of rushed onto me, and I hit him with a 3-punch combo, but nothing missed, Ben. Like, everything was just landing. It drops him straight away, and then that was. In fact, you know what? I didn't even have nerves, man. It weren't even about that. I was just switched on, bruv. Do you know what I mean? I've got experience on my side, sort of thing. And then I come away, and they phoned me like 2 days afterwards, or whatever. And I was like, we've got another fight.
I bet they wanted you after that, yeah?
Yeah, and they signed me up for a year contract, bruv. And then obviously they couldn't find no one to fight Jack Arnfield. Jack's obviously ex-professional, 30 fights professional, fought for a British title. He's the bollocks, do you know what I mean? Couldn't find no one to fight him. That's what money you offering me? They offered me money I was happy with, so I took the fight. And he cut me within 40 seconds of the first round, bruv. I had no control of it. I didn't realise I was educated in bare knuckle that night. Like Tom Stokes educated me in professional boxing, Jack Arnfield, believe it or not, even though he's a great professional boxer, it was his first bare knuckle fight. He educated me in cuts in bare knuckle. I took a jab then, I didn't even get a white flash from it. Like, that's how hard it weren't, if you know what I mean. Jack didn't put no effort into it, it was just a boxer's jab, you know, boom. And it just opened me up, bro, flapped me above my eye, and then he come in, and I put my head down, cut me there, then he hooked me, cut me on the back, then he cut me other eyelid here, cut me here, but it was with like this shot's bet, clean. Every time I was swinging back, he's just little, like, the smallest of movements, do you know what I mean? yeah, it got cut to shit, and the referee stopped it in 40 seconds. I couldn't, yeah, I just couldn't. It took out my hands. I didn't know what like there was so much blood. Then it was like I got attacked with razors. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't even take it in. It happened so far and harsh. I couldn't even take it in. And then they was like, well, you can't fight. Like you're going to be out for at least 6 months because of your scar and all that. I took a fight in 5 weeks' time.
5 weeks.
Yeah.
5 weeks.
Yeah. I said I'd get it done. Yeah. I'd get it healed. And I did. I was using Skin Fix, which is like an elastic-based thing, with CBD balm. And I did. I literally tended to it, and every day for fucking 5 weeks. I did. It wasn't healed, bruv. That was illusion. I was trying to tell myself it was healed.
But did that affect the training leading up to the fight as well? If you've been marked up that bad with the injuries, is that not affecting like your training leading up to that next fight in 5 weeks?
Nah, man. Nah, mindset, Ben.
Like, what about like sparring and all that as well? Was it not affecting like, because if you're sparring, you're getting tagged?
I sparring. There was times when it opened back up actually, down here. Yeah, it did. It split. Yeah. Like there was times when it was bad. You judge it, Ben, with your experience. Do you know what I mean? I was, no, man. Thinking back about now, I think, oh my god,
it sounds mad. No, it does sound mad.
Even when you say it like that, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
And they give me a right tough. It was a fella coming off of a loss for Baker, but it was Mitch Turner. I'm Mike Turner. Like, that's what they call him. Like he loves it. You know what I mean? And obviously he knew he was going to go for my cut. That was the game plan. I put a few.
Did you know that? You know?
Yeah, of course. I put a video out saying if you're going for this cut, I said that's fucked you right up. Because I said why you're trying to hit me? I said I'm knocking you out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So go for
So
the
you
cut.
put it out there. So you let him know that you know.
Yeah. Of course, Ben. I know what they're thinking. You know what I mean? It was still swollen out. So every video I'd done, all I had was a red because there was stitch marks across where it hadn't healed. Like I don't know if you can see there was lines across.
Is it this one here?
Yeah. But obviously that at the time when it was all swollen, like it was in like a Mars bar. So every video I was trying to get the light not on it, but I couldn't hide it for nothing. It's a big finger. Yeah. Of course, first shot of the fight. What does he throw? Right hand, boom, straight. I had a knuckle mark on one of the photos on BKB. It's bang in the middle of the cut, and of course he's hit me with it. I look round at my corner and see that there was like no panic, bro, and then just fucking knocked him out. Yeah, because I thought it was open. Ben. To me, when he hit me, it felt like the cut when I got hit. And I turned to my corner because I wanted to see how shocked they was, and there was no reaction. So I thought, right, it ain't open, and I just dealt with him, bruv. Yeah. Got a first round knockout with him, and the cut was healed fine. Then I went back and I had a red fucking. No, I had blood on my face. That was it. And I went back. The referee come over and he went, "Oh, you got blood, Paul." I went, "Is it mine?" Because I thought, fucking hell, no, my cut's over. He went, "No, it's not yours." And I went, "Yes." I'm right happy. Yeah. I looked at my corner and he went, "You got blood?" I went, "It's not mine. It's not mine." Yeah. So we celebrated that win, mate, and. Yeah, it was, but then BKB had got me, Ben. You know,
so you got the bug there.
It was my calling, bruv, to be knocking people out. But I found that I don't know what didn't go right for me in Glove was going right for me in BKB.
How old was you now with this fight?
I was 37 on that fight. No, when I was 38. I was 38, bro. No, I was 39. Fucking hell, man. Because I don't give a fuck about my age. I just forget about it. But yeah, I was 39. So this is only over last year, Ben. You think before lockdown, I'd had 5 fights in BKB in 7 months. That's the most active fighter there is. Like,
that's incredible.
No one ever had done it.
That's incredible.
And that's coming back from a fucking axe wound. You know, the lockdown fucked me up because I'd be 10 fights in deep, mate.
Oh, mate, you won't stop. You know what I mean? You got that. You can see that. You can see that on you.
No, then with that going like that, they was like, "Oh, right, next fight's gonna be." There was rumours of it being a British title. It was Chris Chazais that had the title, which is a big fight. Plus, it's 5 rounds, and obviously, all my fights ain't even gone around. You know what I mean? So, but I was up for it, and I said, "Yeah." And then I was like, "No, you can't have a fight." So you think you only had 1 win since you lost, which is fair enough. You know what I mean? I'd lost, I'd come back, I'd got a win. So really to put me on a title out, it's a bit moody if you get what I mean, Ben. Do you know what I mean? So I get that. you got to earn your stripes type thing. We've got this K1 MMA fighter, like he was Taekwondo champion for Great Britain. I'm thinking, fucking hell, you picked this one well, like, you know what I mean? Like, on paper, Bash is like a very experienced combat fighter. Do you get what I mean, Ben?
Yeah, he's good with his kicks.
That's what I'm saying.
He's good with kicks.
And yeah, but you got to remember, I ain't seen him. I don't know what he looks like. Like, people are sending me through things. So in that theory, like, I'm thinking, well, he's definitely a batter. Do you know what I mean, bro? So they was like, yeah, we've got this fella. I think he's a good ticket seller, Ben. So they wanted a good test. Obviously, I was a bit hype around because I'm banging people out in the first round, blah blah blah. So they made the fight for me and Bashir. Yeah, he'd obviously not made weight on the show before.
You allowed him to wait though. I saw the video. I saw the video when he stepped on and he didn't make it. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they started saying, "Oh, we're making him straight off, let him go for a piss and shit and all this bollocks." And I was like, "No,
no, you didn't. I saw that video. I saw that.
It was all best. It was done, Ben. Like, the hard work had been done, but I literally turned up that night to collect my prize because. Yeah, I knew that, like, no matter what he was bringing, skill set and whatever else, it just hadn't, like, no one works as hard as me, Ben, and I don't want to, like, I'm not being that guy to sound great, because I don't think I'm great, but I know that a lot of nerves when you fight is because of your camp, right? Now, back in the change rooms before my fight, I think about my camp, and I couldn't have done nothing. I couldn't have even, Ben, there is nothing, there is no stone unturned. The rest days I have is absolutely because I have to, absolutely at 39, 40, have to have them, yeah? Not because I think, oh fuck it, I can't bother today. That's, mate, I'll train 7 days a week, 7 nights a week, yeah? That's how I roll. But it has to be done the rest day. So when I'm there thinking, no, I did do that. No, remember when I didn't get, I did get to that sparring. Oh no, I didn't spar, no, I did spar that pro. No, I've done them 10 rounds. Bruv, I've got nothing. There is no chink in my armour. So when I get in that ring, Ben, I'm on it, bruv. And I knew the Bash couldn't bring that. I knew that when he's asking himself, like most opponents that I face, when they're asking themselves, they got questions that they ain't got the answer for. I've got all the fucking answers, Ben. So I knew I was going to beat him through something, yeah? Didn't see it going the way it was. I ain't seen none of my knockouts go the way it was, but I knew that I had something. I knew, like I said to you upstairs, destiny, yeah? I knew that my journey ain't over with Bash. My journey went over there, yeah? So whatever goes on, fucking goes on. And then look what happened. World's fastest knockdown.
Mate, that's it. Yeah. World fastest knockdown in BKB history.
Yeah. No, I was buzzing. I mean,
you made history that night.
Okay, so I had to contact Guinness Book of Records. It weren't a joke. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you made history.
Yeah, no, and it was just another great thing. And then I think obviously. They said because of that performance, like we've got to get you a big test. Oh, it's going to be a title shot. This and that. Then lockdown kicks in, and fucks up all my plans, bruv. You know what I mean? So it went to an extent, Ben, where I was actually going to go back gloved. I spoke to BKB and I said, "Would you mind me fighting like unlicensed?" And they said, "No, not while we're inactive." I put up on my Insta. I don't know if you was following me back then, but I put up like. I'll fight anyone in the country, like gloved, anyone. Give me your best person you got. Like I'll fight them behind the closed door, pay-per-view, whatever it is. I want anyone. Like I fight anyone. Like I fight more than one person on one.
I know the feeling. It's what I'm going through now with it. I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
Right? I had a couple of people in Manchester message me. Then I had a fella contact me saying that. Well, yeah, we were quite raw. Like he was a known active person from his manner. And he was like, I'll fight your glove, but it's going to be for 10 bags. So I was like, all right, sweet, done, you know what I mean? He's like, you've got to put 10 bags. I said, I ain't got 10 bags to put up. I said, but it's like this, you put 10 bags up, if you win, you get 20, if I win, I'll get your 10. Yeah, simple as that, do you know what I mean? So that was meant to be go. Then he phoned me back, he was like, I've been watching your fucking BKB thing. I mean, yeah. He went, you're a professional fighter. I went, bruv, we're about to put 10 grand up. I said, what do you think, like, do you think I'm cutting, like, do you think I'm stupid? He went, I ain't fighting you. And I said, do you know, you're a wanker. And I just put the phone down, bruv. And then I thought, do you know what, Ben, I'm clashing my head against the thing. But someone in Wales come up with a show, bruv, and they did, and it was going to go ahead, and I got a fight on that. Again, I said I'd fight anyone, do you know what I mean? They give me a right like tough boy. I had like 30 fights or something, 20 fucking 5 wins or some shit. I didn't care. Said I'd fight him. And then Joe and Jim pulled off the lockdown show, bruv. And I fought Aaron and knocked him out in the first round.
That was good, man.
Yeah, it's just...
I remember you talking, I was watching when you live on Instagram and that I was saying, because you're very honest. That's what I like and respect about you. You're very... when you talk and you talk about your opponent, you're very honest and you're very honest about yourself. And you did say, you know, with the age, you were talking about his age, he's young, he's healthy, he's going to bring it, he's raw. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's the thing, Ben, at my age now, he's like... It ain't no joke, bro. It's not like I can hide on foot. My body don't let me hide that I'm 40. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I need days rest when next man's ready to go again. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't let myself have it. I get through it, but that's head game.
Did that ever, you see with the head game, like, did that get into your head? I know you're headstrong. I know you're headstrong. You know what I mean? But did it, honestly, on a level, did that ever get in your head?
Like, because like I said in my interview as well against Aaron, like what Jason said to me that day, I said to Aaron, like, they was like, what's going to go on fast? Aaron's going to get showed levels. And I left it there, Ben. And that's what he got shown. It's not that, well, I probably was fitter than him because I trained hard on him, but I'm just saying that wouldn't be the reason why I beat him. The reason being was Aaron has fought at a certain level of opponent. Them opponents ain't fighting for what I'm fighting for, Ben. Yeah, you ain't looking in my eyes. You ain't seeing you ain't matching my reason. I say to my fighters, you've got to have a really good wire. Yeah, when it's going wrong in there, you're getting knocked the fuck out of. Your nose is broke, your teeth are falling out everywhere. You know, the ref's not stopping it, even though you're probably wishing he would stop it, and you're taking them licks. The reason why you fight, Ben, has got to be so dominant. Bro.
What's the reason you fight? What's your why?
Geez, my why is everything I said about my physical thing that I said about. It's about the being told that, like, it ain't for me, it ain't for people my age, you know, like, you ain't no good at this. Anybody that gets any hate in their life, Ben, that's what I fight for. That's the why. You know what I mean?
It's powerful.
The thing with the medical side of it, bruv, that goes deeper than that. Yeah, that's a personal thing. I wouldn't expect anybody to understand that. But trust me, if you're my opponent, you look into my fucking eyes, and I'm telling you now, you ain't fighting for what I'm fighting for. So you better have something. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's the confidence what comes away from it. It's not skill and ability, Ben. Like, I believe that I'm lacking in a lot of skill and ability compared to some other fighters. But what makes me a full fighter is my whole wire, my whole reason, the whole package that I bring. You know, I don't have a good camp and then have a little bit of a bad fight. I have an overall great thing where I'll have a great fight because I'm consistent as fuck. A great camp where I'm consistent and I don't let off. You know, I always make sure we reach our goals in camp through the whole thing, so I never have a time that I can look back on and think I didn't actually give as much as I could. Then with my fights, bruv, I bring it all. Yeah, like talking well, talking to respectful. Yeah. When we fight, want to absolutely kill my fucking opponent, kill him, I want to hurt him, I want to cause so much pain on him that he don't want to get back up off the floor, that he takes a body shot, he hurts him so much that he don't want to take another one, bro. I want to jab him so hard that it breaks his nose so bad that he don't want to even feel my right hand. But as soon as that bell goes, I want to give him a cuddle, I want to wipe the blood off him, and I want him to go home to his family safe. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a psychological switch for me, Ben. It's not a life. It's not a attitude. It's not a fucking reputation, bruv. It's what I'm doing for myself. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why no one's gonna match my why, bruv.
And you knew that, and on that night, at levels, you knew he couldn't have it.
Yeah, it's like when Jack cut me open to fuck like that. Like Ben, there was so much blood, bro. I stood up straight. It was running down my back. It filled up my groin guard, and I felt it running down the back of my leg. This is from cuts on the top of my head. Right now, you know you're opening up, because obviously your adrenaline's going, your blood's going, pumping like anything. It was pissing out of me everywhere, right? At that question there, you find out how strong your why is. And when the doctor comes over, he moved my cut there, but he went, he went, he went, you've done a little artery. Yeah, now that means you've got hundreds of arteries on your face. It don't mean like main artery, you're dead within about 3 seconds. When you've done a little artery, that's why I give it that. That's my heart rate's pumping with it. I went, please don't stop it. He went, can you see? I went, I can see. He went, do you want to carry on? I went, I want to carry on. He went, I can give you 30 seconds. And that there, Ben, is if your wire's not strong enough, yeah, you got a doctor that's giving you an out. There weren't one bit of the ring. Ben, I caught the eye of the ropes. There was claret over every bit of rope. I looked at the ref, his fucking t-shirt. I looked at Jack, I hadn't even landed a punch on him. He's covered in head to toe with blood. He hasn't been hit once, do you get what I'm saying, right? That there that's when you know what you got, when things are wrong, when things are going, like, when things, you know, when it's on you, bruv, you know what I mean? You know what you're made of, you know what you're fighting for, Ben. And the referee was like, what's, I said, just give me that 30 seconds. That's it, bruv. I know my why, I know what I'm made of, do you know what I'm saying? That's why when his opponent now, I know they look at me and they think, yeah, he ain't that skillful, I'll open up, do it, yeah. You might get to me then, yeah, unless you knock me spark out, as in I am fucking snoring, yeah, I am spark out catching Zeds, I'm getting back up and I'm coming to take your head off, yeah, there's no two ways. If you land that good shot, great. If you cut me, the fight ain't over.
But they're going to have to earn that shot as well.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And while you're there, getting that cut or getting that knockout, bro, I am raining down on you hard. I'm trying to take you out. I don't box in there, Ben. If we're in that zone, and if you're cutting me, bro, I'm cutting you. There's none of that. Do you get what I'm saying, bro? It's none of that. I won't think safe. It's do or die. Do you get what I'm saying? That urgency is there, you know.
I noticed that with the last fight we spoke earlier in ring. I noticed that he brought tried to be a bit more boxing. Hands down. He tried to sort of show a bit, but you was on him.
Just went through him, bro.
That was the levels you can see.
Exactly. It's also when we're trading, like I slip back. It doesn't look tidy, but believe it or not, I'm actually slipping back because he's thrown back, and I slip, and he actually catches me clean on the right cheek. But what he catches me with, Ben, is his reasons of fighting and how much he wants that fight. And he ain't even no level near me, bro. He catches me with that right hand. I go like that, and the right hand off my back takes him out. Difference. Yeah, levels. You get what I'm saying? In his fight, when he's been fighting his boys up north on his, they call it amateur bare knuckle. It's not. That's just a level where we're professional. Amateur is on local shows type thing. When he's been fighting them people and attacking them with that much, they don't like it because they're that level. I'm fucking that level. Do you know what I'm saying? Now I'm fighting Barry Jones, bruv. That's that level. Yeah, and I'm there. And that's where I'm at with it, bruv. That's the BKB, bro.
So what is this? Let's get on to it. And what is the future now then?
Right, we've got Barry Jones, Chris Trezise. Me and Chris have been liaising for about a year trying to get this fight made behind it. Chris won't fight.
Is this the title?
This is the title fight? Chris is the British title champ, lightweight for BKB. They was trying to make the fight. Chris won't fight behind the closed doors due to sponsorship reasons and ticket sales, which I understand. There's thousands in it. Do you know what I mean? He won't fight behind the closed door. I've been pushing for it. That's why I took the Foster fight. I didn't have to take the Foster fight. It was Chris don't want to fight Paul. You've got the title. I'm in line for the British title fight, no matter what. Even if I didn't take the Foster fight, that's why I took it, because I'm me. Do you get what I mean, Ben? Right? So we knew we was got a British title fight no matter what, and even if I lost, I'd still have that thing, yeah. No, sorry, if I lost, yeah, I listened to this, even though I didn't have a reason, but if I lost, Aaron got the shot at Chris for the British title. I hadn't told him, mate, you're the first to know that. And then what would have happened was, then Chris and Aaron fight, and then whoever wins that Chris and Aaron fight, I then challenge.
Yeah.
That was the setup. So theoretically, that was a big banana scheme, Ben. Yeah, and I didn't have to take.
Didn't need to do it.
Not at all, bro. No, I could have took the safe route to guarantee.
But it's all that.
Of course, bro. No, it's what I do. This is my therapy. So if I ain't getting in that ring, Ben, and putting my life on the line, I ain't getting my therapy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyway, Chris Trezise, I kept pushing. I spoke to him. He's a gentleman. He's a working man. He's a family man. He's not pulling no string. He just doesn't sit well with his life. Whatever, but I want the title. I deserve the shot. I've worked for it. So Chris had to sort of put up or sort of deal with it. BKB stripped him of the title because of that, Ben, because he wouldn't fight. Which then means they're looking for a reputable opponent because I'm #1 contender. They've come up with Barry Jones. I'd say there's 4 sort of top people in BKB. Barry's one of them. Yeah, Chris was probably slightly the underdog coming in because of my activity coming into the fight. If I fought him, it's now turned and I'm the underdog. Yeah, Barry's over 30 professional fights. He's fought Kelbrook and a few other people, professional gloved. He's had 3 bare knuckle fights. He's knocked all 3 out. He's won the featherweight British title, BKB. So he's the featherweight title holder, but now he's coming up to lightweight, which is my weight. And he's challenging. We're fighting for the vacant BKB lightweight title.
March the 27th.
March the 27th. Yeah.
I know. And if whenever people are watching, if they want to watch that, how to go about.
Yeah, if you want to tune into that, there's going to be 11 sick fights on that night, and it's on the pay-per-view app, which is Fight TV. If you log onto that app, it's got links to UFC and a load of other disciplines fighting wise. It's a good app to be on. I think the fight's only a tenner or something. The show's only a tenner, but it's not like 30 quid or something. It's a tenner or something, and then you can replay it as much as you want, and you've got all the fights on there.
And if people want to follow your journey in the social,
if you've on Instagram, it's Team Already, and just use Instagram. That's what I use mainly. Thank you. And also my gym that we train out of and coach out of is Box to Burn. We're down there doing, obviously we're in lockdown at the minute, but normally we've got all levels down from the little kids right up to the professional boxers. Please come down and join us down there. It's a great gym. I've joined it now and it's supporting me in my BKB journey. We've got a whole team down there. We've got my strength and conditioning coach, which is Alex, Train with Intent. He's a new level that I'm bringing to my training. It's just a great academy for a boxer, fighter, whatever you want to do. Am I right to pick my sponsors up, Ben?
Got 100%.
Right, and also me being the age I am with my kids, I've just got to give full credit to my sponsors. I really appreciate your support, and now you've stuck by me through, I wouldn't say the shitty times, but you've stuck through me through building it. Now we've hit the big time. You know, we've got the pay-per-views, we've got the title shot. So I want to thank you all for your dedication to me. And that's General Waste Management, that's Smoke and Bubbles 420, Black Sheep Dispensary, BoxFit UK, Box to Burn, and also CMOS Co, which is CMOS Gel. Anyone wants a little healthy buzz to their diet, get that in, and Train with Intent as well out of Box to Burn. Thank you very much.
Paul, listen, again, thank you today.
Thank you, Ben.
You're an amazing fighter. I'm a fan of yours. I'm definitely going to be watching. If I could have been there, I'll definitely be. Well, hopefully, you know, never know, I might even be able to, I'm trying to get on the card myself. I'm trying to get on the card, you know what I mean?
I'll get to the cup.
Listen, honestly, I've got so much respect for you. I think you're a true warrior, a true fighter, and I wish you all the best in your success, man.
Good man.
Yeah.
Cheers, bro. Nice one, my man.